kindly suggests, today I want to show you all the animes I watched in my life and I want to rank them all. I think people that are really into anime would probably call me a casual, which is fine because I am, but still I like the genre and I would watch way more, but I just don't have the time, especially, for example, one anime that will be missing on the list is One Piece, because I never managed to finish or even properly start it. It's so many episodes and it's crazy long, and most of the animes I watched are a bit shorter or not that many seasons yet. But yeah, so let's hop right into the video. I just like with the PC games, I made a list and I wanna start random but end with my favorite, which I like. Let's say if you as anime pro, what do you think a casual like me will be his favorite anime? Tell me in the comments if you were correct. But yeah, let's see. So first one is more like a comedy. I don't even know how this is. Oh yeah, I found it. It's called Shin-Chan. Guys, I barely know anything about this because I mostly just watched it as a kid, but this series was pretty vulgar, or how do you say, like strong language and also weird as hell. But we all enjoyed it. It was very funny and it was just so random why this was in free TV, you know. Not free TV. Free TV in Germany are only two channels, but there's pay TV, which is not that expensive. Cable TV is the correct. And yeah, this was just on cable. And we watched it like with, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. I don't know if this was supposed to be for 8-year-old. But whatever, yeah. But as I said, I can't say much about it because I mostly watched them as a kid. And by the way, this will be the theme of the first ones I'm gonna show you. Most of those I watched as a kid, and then later on I want to show you the ones I watched as an adult, and which I also think they have actual meanings, you know, or messages. Like Shin-Chan, for example. This is like a pure entertainment for me. No message or anything. But some of the animes I have watched actually felt like they have deep, you know, philosophical questions and stuff like that. So yeah, next childhood series. Not everyone's cup of tea, but the early one I watched, I don't know which the original one is, but you saw it already. It's Digimon. Yeah, I will just choose this one. It's Digimon. Like, don't get me wrong, Pokemon is 20 times better, but at least the early seasons I know I really enjoyed. And maybe if you watched my Pokemon card video, I had a couple of Digimon cards also. I don't know, it's just like the Temu version of Pokemon, that's how I would describe it, but still entertaining as hell. And I think I guess as an adult I couldn't watch it anymore, but as a kid, just like casual watch, this very good, very very good. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I don't have much about this series to say. Okay, and the next one since we are basically in this genre right now, of course we have to add the Pokemon too. Oh, by the way, I wanted to rank them, but maybe we do the ranking afterwards. But these probably will be at the lower ranks just because I think they don't have like this deep story, and it's more like pure entertainment. But Pokemon really does have good messages too. Like the first movie, for example, was very good about friendship and stuff, you know. Yeah, so Pokemon, like, I don't think I have to say anything about Pokemon. It's legendary series. First gen to me the best, but I guess the generation you have been in, everyone has their favorite Pokemon. Probably people that are born 5 years later than me, maybe they like Ruby the most. And yeah, so yeah, Pokemon also awesome. We always watched it every day after school. There was, what was the triple combo? I don't remember. Oh yeah, of course. Don't want to tell the third one, but it was Digimon, Pokemon, and then something else, which will also be on the list. Should we just continue with this one then? Yeah, let's just continue with the third one. So this combo every day in Germany on RTL2, that's how the channel is called. There was Digimon, Pokemon, and then oh, I mistyped it. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, awesome series. This series felt a bit more for slightly older people, you know, not just purely kids, because Pokemon, Digimon, it's still very baby-like, you know. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some darker themes also. Some of the monsters are very creepy, and you know, the villains are actual villains. Like, I think at one point they want to destroy the world or something. I don't even know anymore. But it starts with a card tournament, but ends with Egyptian gods and whatever. But I love this shit. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Awesome. I watched until this GX and then I stopped. Then I didn't like the new characters. I only liked the old one, and peak cinema was I think it's the second season or third season, with the big tournament where the rule was if you beat your enemy you give them your best card. And then it was the first appearance of, for example, my favorite card, Jinzo, and just the overall theme was very good. Oh my god, like Yu-Gi-Oh! I still could watch it nowadays, not even kidding. There's a channel on YouTube, they are called Team APS. They make a lot of YouTube content and I really like their videos. Sometimes, like the newer ones, for me it's hard, but sometimes they make nostalgia battles with the old cards, which I still know. So it's better to watch. If you like content like this, check them out, Team APS. And they have like, every week they open boosters, and every week their deck gets better and better. It's very cool. And yeah, the series is also awesome, so check it out. Then we have the fourth anime, which I completely forgot, but which also was on RTL2, the channel I was talking about, but it was later. So I still remember it perfectly. Pokemon was 14 o'clock, Digimon 15, Yu-Gi-Oh! 16, and then at 19 o'clock, which I think in America would probably be 7 p.m. I think. So at 7 But Dragon Ball Z, I watched this so much as a kid. Nowadays, I don't like it as much anymore because I also feel like compared to other animes, this is still very childish, and of course there are also deeper themes, but overall it just felt more like it's mainly about action, which I, don't get me wrong, I don't criticize that. It's just the reason why as an adult, I don't like it and as much as I liked it as a kid. But still, guys, I could tell you the exact order in which the enemies appear. I could tell you saga by saga and like everything. I just don't know the English name, but I could literally tell you story by story. It starts with Vegeta and the other guy. No, before that there's Raditz, he's called in German. It's Son Goku's evil brother. Then Vegeta comes, then they go to Freezer, then the Trunks arc, Cell arc. Like, I could literally tell you everything. All the enemies, the cyborgs, all the Cell versions, all the Boo versions, all the, I don't know, literally everything. Dabra, that was such a funny character, and he had the most random ability, but I liked it. Spit on people and then they become stone. I wish I could do this IRL. Just today was, you know, here in Germany we always make fun of BMW drivers. Maybe this is an international thing also, but that they are always reckless drivers and always have this trash mentality, like I'm the king of the road because I have a BMW, you know. So we always make fun of BMW drivers, and today I had exactly this situation why we hate them. So I was on foot walking and I passed the traffic light, and I was on the middle of the street when it turned red. But what am I supposed to do? Run back? Of course I'm gonna go. And the BMW comes around the corner and literally stops maybe 10 centimeters before me. He almost like literally killed me, or at least hurt me. And then this motherfucker has the audacity to scream at me why I'm passing on red light. First of all, even if I'm passing on red, that doesn't give you the right to just, you know, kill me. So, you know, this is the mentality of a BMW driver. And why I'm telling you this, I swear to God, in this moment, if I had this spit which Dabra had, I would have spat on his fucking car, and we have a BMW monument forever in our city. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z, action-packed series, cool characters, cool action, just overall very good series. Okay, so now I will make, wait, first of all, let's see if they, yeah, like, oh my god, look how long the name is. I don't want. Oh yeah, that's the American name. Case closed. I remember now. This was also one of my childhood series. Also RTL2. Like all these were just one channel. All these, and you just picked some of them up because you were waiting for the other ones. That's how I started watching Digimon, and actually even Yu-Gi-Oh was originally because my main series were Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, and then sometimes I picked those up randomly, and Yu-Gi-Oh I really started to like, and these were more like casual, but this was very good. Some pretty creepy cases also. It's this detective kid he gets different cases and has to solve them, and there's, yeah, it's like a thriller detective series. I can describe it. It's like, I don't know, True Detective, but anime version for kids. Okay, then I will add one thing here just to make clear. I know it's not an anime, but I wanted to add it for two reasons. First of all, I had 19 animes and I haven't watched more than those 19, but I wanted to make it 20 so it's round, you know. So I added my favorite animated series of all time, my favorite cartoon, or however you want to call it, but non-real, you know. And this one is South Park. Guys, I will debate you to death on how awesome this series is. Again, I know it's not an anime, I know, okay? I just added it for the 20th slot, and because it's just my favorite animated series in general, so I had to add it. I don't know, I could make an entire video about South Park. I know every episode, literally every episode. I watched this up and down 50 times, and I just love that it combines the humor with actual topics in the world, making fun of stupid stuff. They, in German, you say, die nehmen kein Blatt vor den Mund, which translates to they just say anything they want, basically. And I really like this about South Park. For example, there's a funny anecdote. So, the makers of South Park really hate Family Guy and many other, for example, the makers of Simpsons and other series, they also hate Family Guy because Family Guy is just like such a stupid, cheap humor. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of Family Guy episodes, but it's such a cheap, you don't need any work for the jokes. And South Park always has a story, a meaning, a social criticism, and it's not just because, you know, I heard so many people say, oh, South Park, they are just swearing all the time and it's just for children who like to hear fuck, shit, piss and whatever. But it's not at all like this. You just don't get it. Like, I know there is this meme, you just don't get it, but you actually don't get it if you don't get it. So yeah, South Park, fucking awesome. I will protect this series with my life forever. I love it so much. Okay, but now we continue with the animes. So next one is, as I said, I show you all the ones I watched and then I rank them. So yeah, One Punch Man, the next anime. I can't tell you much about this because maybe the title is a bit misleading, but I thought it just sounds better. But the actual title maybe should be ranking all the animes I've watched, but I think my favorite animes just sounds better. But the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I actually didn't like One Punch Man at all. I know it's insanely hyped and people absolutely loved it, but I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it. It was such a, I just didn't like the story at all, and this entire he's unbeatable thing. I don't know. I talked with a friend who's really into anime, and he told me like this. In order to like One Punch Man, you have to really like battles, well animated battles, well drawn battles, and it's really a lot about the battles that how he that's why I didn't like it as much, because I'm really a story type of guy. Same with Dragon Ball Z. Basically, this. I think if as a child I would have loved this series, One Punch Man, but I didn't like it as an adult. So let's see how we will rank it later. But for now, just now I watched it too. Okay, then we have Demon Slayer. This one was okay, but I also didn't finish it. I don't know, it just didn't catch me like all the others. Maybe I should have waited a bit longer or whatever, but yeah, I just didn't really like it. I don't know why. The fights were cool, especially with the powers and the swords and stuff like that, but I didn't really like the characters, and I can't even say what exactly I didn't like about it, but I didn't really like it. But I watched it, so I wanted to add it on the list. Okay, next one is, this might be one not many people know, and so it's called Blame, and to be more detailed, it's not a series, it was a manga originally, which I also read. It's awesome as hell. You can read it online, check it out. It's a cyberpunk horror, body horror type manga. Very, very cool. Like awesome, very, very good. And they also made a movie, an animated movie. Sadly, no series, but there's a Blame movie, and if you haven't watched it, I highly suggest you check out Blame. If not, at least read the manga. It's not that long, and as I said, you can read it online. It's very, very cool. The setup is so cool. The world looks so, oh my god, this cyberpunk Blade Runner kind of, but way darker, way darker. This is very dark, but I love it. And I also read it with, I don't know, 12 years. This was definitely not for a 12-year-old, but whatever. Okay, next one on the list is Absolute Cinema. Yeah, I will just choose this because the name isn't as long. I want it to fit in the frame. So it's called The Ghost in the Shell, or more precisely, Only Ghost in the Shell. Maybe you have never heard of the anime, but maybe you know the song King of My Castle. Must be the reason why I'm king of my castle. I bet you have heard this once. And by the way, legendary track. And because of this track, I found out about Ghost in the Shell, and then I watched it, and it's so good. The movie is decent with Scarlett Johansson, but the anime and the manga is so good. Also, again, cyberpunk future kind of setup, not as dark as Blame, but still dark in a way. Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. You should definitely check it out, Ghost in the Shell. And if you don't wanna watch it, at least listen to the King of My Castle song on YouTube. It's such an epic song. It just gives me, when I see the music video and I hear the song, I always get goosebumps, because I just associate it with my childhood, and seeing it, I just feel like a 12-year-old kid watching TV again. It's crazy. Very, very good. Ghost in the Shell. You should check it out 100%. Okay, then the next one on my list is because I didn't like it, I started it, and then I don't know, I think it was university or something. I just was busy, so I lost track of it and I never restarted and finished it. But I remember this one had one of the coolest openings ever. I think back then I don't even know why, maybe because of some other anime, but I know back then I was looking for gory horror anime types, and I always got this recommended Elfen Lied to be very gory and crazy, and indeed it is. So I really remember the opener, which was crazy. But sadly, I never finished. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if it's worth finishing it, because I saw the IMDb rating isn't the best, but still okay. Maybe I will finish it one day, but if you like horror and gore and anime, check this out. Okay, next one is speaking of horror and gore, but this is also more funny, but from the recent animes, this is one of my favorite. It's called Chainsaw Man. Guys, when I read this, I was, oh my god, this has to be the stupidest anime ever. But guys, I was entertained. My thumb goes up. Like, this was so fun. I can't describe it. It was fun. A fun experience watching this. And I think I just watched the first season. I don't know if there are more out right now, but when I watched it, there was only one season. Very, very entertaining. Cool characters, cool setup, and I think there's a lot of room to expand the entire thing and make it even cooler and deeper, and maybe, so you get to know more behind the story and everything. So I have high hopes for this. You should definitely check it out. It's definitely more of a casual. Don't expect like a insane story like other animes have, with deep, deep story. This is for casual watching, but so good. I really, really was entertained, and it's just refreshing because most of my favorite animes are a bit older, let's say like this, and seeing newer animes with very good animation is very cool. I think it just shows how much it evolved. Like, for example, Ghost in the Shell, or even Dragon Ball Z. They are poorly animated in comparison with Chainsaw Man, for example. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Chainsaw Man. Check it out. Then we have this, which I'm watching right now, and I gotta say, so far I like it very, very much. There are still some anime I watched which I think are better, but this one really, really surprised me. Great animations, great characters, definitely similarities to maybe an anime I will talk about later. Like the classic Blueprint anime, people with powers and ninjas and whatever. It's the classic theme basically, but very well made, cool story. Also plays like in our time, not in the past. They have smartphones and stuff, and right now I watched, I think, 5 or 6 episodes from season 2. So still, but I guess the story is still very fresh. So I assume there will be a lot of more seasons. So let's see how it turns out. But right now I really like it. The panda is my favorite character. And it's also my favorite animal in general. Probably that's why. But I really like all the characters. This is, for example, a big difference to Demon Slayer, where I don't know, I couldn't identify with any of the characters, or they didn't seem to have, I don't know, I don't want to trash talk this, it's not like I'm not saying it's bad, it just didn't catch me for some reason. But this did. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, Jujutsu Kaisen. By the way, you guys, tell me in the comments if you watch anime in original and with subs, or if you watch it dubbed. I have to admit, sometimes I watch it dubbed because I don't wanna permanently watch the screen. Sometimes I turn on a series and maybe I'm on the phone in the meantime, and if I have it in Japanese, how am I supposed to understand anything? Of course it sounds better and everything, but I don't mind dubbed versions. So if I'm just casually watching, I can watch them dubbed too. I don't mind. Okay, so we're closing in on the best ones. So what do I still have left? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these are also basically my top 6. So starting with this one. Oh no, that's not the one I watched. Oh my god. No, it is the one I watched. Oh my god, it extends this even further. Right now I'm a bit scared because the program I'm recording with, OBS, I basically cut it like this, so it only shows this part. And I'm afraid by stretching it out like this, the recording might go over this. So guys, if in my video this might be cut out here, I'm sorry, but this one you will still see. So anyway, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, cool series. Not the craziest, but I really like the theme. I like that they try to make it a bit plausible. What I mean by that is, they don't have the most. They have freakish powers, but the idea behind this is that they basically bend elements. So if someone wants to create a stone, he can take earth particles and make a stone out of them, or he can take water and transform it into something else. So it's a bit about chemistry, and that's why they are called alchemists. It's not like in Dragon Ball Z where they just shoot lasers. It's usually always they have to transform it or do some kind of. This is what I really liked about the series. It wasn't too over the top, Sometimes it was, but not too much, and very deep story, very sad at times, funny at times. And this was one of my critiques, is I think there were too many goofy scenes. What I mean by that is it's also a typical anime thing where you have maybe a serious scene and then suddenly, I would just tell you an example, somebody drops a bread and and out of nowhere everyone turns into like a goofy version of themselves and they laugh, or I don't know how to explain it, but maybe you anime watchers know what I mean when I say they always make these goofy scenes in between. In Dragon Ball Z, for example, sometimes they slam their friends on the head and then there's a little hematoma coming out, and it's just a goofy scene, and I didn't like it here because I think it was too much, but still very good anime. And if I finish an anime, I can usually already tell it was very good. And I haven't watched all the other Full Metal Alchemist. There are different, yes, different types. I only watched this one because this one has the best rating on IMDb, and it's like the remake of an old Alchemist in just with better graphics and stuff. So yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, pretty good. Next one, and now, but I will do the rating later, so now I will just show them to you. This one, no explanation needed. Death Note, epic. Such an epic anime. Oh my god, I watched this I think 4 or 5 times already. So good. I love everything about it. I can't say one bad thing about Death Note. Very cool. I think this was the first dark anime I ever watched, and maybe this was how I got into Elfenlied. I don't even know anymore, but Death Note is so good. Oh my god, and sometimes I wish I had one. But yeah, just kidding, of course. But yeah, I don't want to spoiler anything if you haven't watched it yet. But what everyone knows, it's basically about a book. And if you write a name in this book, the person dies. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, if you want to see how everything plays out, watch Death Note. It's fucking amazing. Then we have I have to time it longer. Then we have this one. It's called Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god, guys, this could potentially be my first place, maybe, if they would have ever finished it. But it stops mid-story, or maybe even at the beginning, I can't even tell, and just never continues any further, and I'm still so sad about this. And I tried watching the anime, I tried reading the manga, and it doesn't really go further than the anime. So, or maybe I missed something, but yeah, the story just basically interrupts after the first bigger arc ends. But holy shit, how good was this? And I really hope they're gonna continue this one day. This was so good, so good, very good. You have to check it out. It's older, but it doesn't matter. But be warned, you're gonna get hooked, and then you're gonna get disappointed because suddenly it ends. But at least the first arc really gets finished. But the way it gets finished, literally, like, it's you already want the injection of the next arc, because it finishes in a very spectacular way and basically opens several new doors and possible plots, and then just they never pick it up again. But Hunter x Hunter, guys, watch it if you haven't seen it. Very good. Okay, 3 left. Which are the 3? Yeah, okay. So I think this one everyone should know. Attack on Titan. Amazing cinema. Triple, quadra, penta cinema. This is fucking amazing. And I know many people like the ending, but I would have liked a different ending. Guys, spoiler alert here. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, jump like 30 seconds forward. Okay, it starts end is I personally would have wanted that Eren just destroys everything. Maybe I'm a psycho, or I don't know how you call it, maybe I just embrace the chaos too much, but I think this would have been a way better ending if he just destroys everyone and just gets his plan done. But of course we need a happy end, blah blah blah. But still, I don't want to say anything bad about this. This was amazing. I also watched it like at least 5 or 6 times, and I really like also, that's by the way in general something you will notice in anime. A lot of animes actually have links to Germany. You maybe noticed they have German names, or sometimes even, yeah, there's just a lot of typical German stuff also. And here in Attack on Titan, it's very obvious. They are called Günther and Hermann and Ackermann, and these are all German names. Yeah, very, very cool. I mean, Japan and Germany definitely have history, not only World War II, but just history in general. We kinda were allies always, and I love Japan. I love Japanese people. Please accept me into your culture, even though I'm just a casual. So yeah, next one is, this is maybe also one not all everyone knows. It's called Berserk because it's also an old one. And guys, this anime, oh my god. So the story, the actual anime has only 25 episodes, and it leaves you like it literally edges you for 25 seasons. Then it jerks you off for one episode, and then it just leaves you with no happy ending like this. And you know what I mean by happy ending in this metaphor I just used. And I never had this before, but I just couldn't resist. I don't know. There was no option for me that this anime is over like this. So I googled it. Will there be any new episodes? And thank God, the manga goes on way later. They are still releasing new stuff, even though this is from the 90s, I think. And the manga goes so much further. And guys, the story is so amazing. Like, I can already put this in second place right now. This is so good, and maybe it's one you haven't seen. I'd say do it like this. Watch the anime, then you can get a feeling for it. And I swear, the last 2 episodes will literally get you addicted so much that you're gonna read the manga. I'm pretty sure I did. I finished it. Sadly, even the manga isn't finished, and even sadder, the guy who made it, he died. But there's a fan project incoming. They also already released the first episode. It's a fan made, but looks very good. And the maker gave the script to other people, and they are finishing the manga right now. But you could clearly see the point where it wasn't written by him anymore. I'm sorry that I forgot the name. I feel kind of bad because he's a legendary guy, but I forgot the name right now. Wait, maybe I will Google this while I'm still talking with you, because I want to pay respect to this guy. He's very, very good. Berserk creator. Let's see what Google says. Berserk create. Who's the author of Berserk? Kentaro Minura. Rest in peace, little bro. Wait, is he even dead? Yo guys, I'm sorry if I said anything wrong. Yeah, he is dead. In 6th May 2021. Rest in peace, man. Thank you for one of my best times in my life with this anime and also manga. Thank you so much, and may you live forever in heaven. Which is ironic considering the story of this manga. Those who know. Okay, and the last one. And guys, I know there's this ongoing war on what's the best anime, and is it One Piece, or is it this, or is it that? But to me, by far, oops, I clicked on the wrong one. By far, and it's not even a debate, Naruto Shippuden is the best anime ever made. I don't care about anything else what is said. This is the best. Every character is awesome. Every ability is awesome. Everything fits together so well. The stories, the enemies, how one mindfuck after the other, and another mindfuck, and another mindfuck, and suddenly this guy is this guy, and suddenly this guy does this thing, and it just gets crazier and crazier. And the soundtrack, oh my god, the soundtrack is so amazing. It's the only anime series ever where I like the soundtrack so much that I actually downloaded the song and put them on, copied them on my phone so I can listen to them like this. It's 2 songs. It's Totsugetsu Rock. I can't sing it but it's a rock type of song. Sorry, ambulance. I forgot where I was, but yeah, so Naruto. The messages in this, it's such good messages about friendship, about what grief can do to you, what childhood trauma can do to you, what the importance about sticking together means, but also political stuff, you know. Oh, by the way, 1 second, because I know what I was talking about before the ambulance came. The one song was Totsugetsu Rock, and the second song is Flow by Sign. It's probably the most popular song from Naruto. I realize there's screaming pain, hearing loud in my brain. Okay, I stop. Insane soundtrack, but not only the openers, also in the series itself, the sad soundtracks. Oh my god, it's so good. Every soundtrack has, like, you just feel it, and I know it's hard to admit, but from all movies, series, animes I've ever watched, I never cried once in my life. But Naruto actually made me cry once. It was just one scene, and this scene to me is the best scene in at least series history. It's the fight between, again, spoiler alert, 10 seconds fast forward if you don't want to hear that. And now it comes. It's the fight between Obito and Kakashi. Oh my god, guys, I watched this, I'm not even lying, 500 times, just this fight alone. The drama, the music, oh my god, I'm just getting goosebumps just talking about it. It's so good. And in my earlier videos, I was talking about post-series depression. After Naruto, I had severe example, because I needed more Naruto, and I actually started watching Boruto, which people don't like at all, just to get my Naruto fix, but it doesn't even come close to Naruto Shippuden. And I was actually depressed when it ended. It's fine now, and I rewatch it here and there, but I wish I could unwatch it just once to just relive everything again. Oh my god, I can't stop saying good things about this series. I love it so much. I love it so much. I even made a Reddit account I never used Reddit, but to discuss, to talk about the anime. And yeah, oh my god, Naruto is so good. And yeah, so I stopped before I knew what I was talking about again. I stopped at political, so this series even gets political at some points, dynamics and how the state can lie to you, or maybe create an enemy that isn't even an enemy, and how wars wars are started. It's just deep stuff, and oh my god, it's so maybe I will make a Naruto video, a separate Naruto video if you want. I will happily do one. I don't know, maybe ranking characters or episodes or whatever. Naruto is the, oh my god, it's so good. I was speechless, I was actually speechless. And my favorite character, spoiler alert again, skip 10 seconds. My favorite character is actually Obito. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but his life was just a tragedy, and I felt so bad for him, and I also kinda understood why he was who he was. And this is what made this series so good, because the villains, they weren't just brain dead villain evil guys that are just evil for no reason. Most of them used to be good people, but as I said, the things that happened to them changed them, and it's just so close to real life, even though it's anime. It's crazy. And battles and fights don't get glorified like in other series. It's always, they kind of want to show you how fucked up war is, and it's never this heroic battle or whatever. But yeah, okay, I stopped talking about Naruto now. If you haven't watched this, go watch it right now. It's so amazing. And I would recommend even watching the fillers, because it makes the whole package even better. So guys, now comes the harder part, ranking all these. So these two are easily 1 and 2, don't even have to think about it. I think I will put Attack on Titan on 3. It was so good, so good. Fourth spot is hard, but I think I will give it to Hunter x Hunter. 5th place, Death Note. 6th place, probably Full Metal Alchemist. So I mentioned already, so we'll do it like this. Since South Park doesn't count as anime, and I already told you it's my favorite series of all time, I will just put it here, so it has its 20th place, and here the actual anime start, and I will try to rate them. So this, as I mentioned, I did not like as much than Digimon, then probably this, Kaisen. Even though this blame is highly underrated. I kinda like the list like this, honestly. I kinda like the list like this. Oh man, maybe I put, because guys, as a kid this was, oh my god, I literally cried if I missed an episode. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, maybe like this. Maybe even like this. It's crazy, the higher ones were actually easier than these. I can't, Jujutsu Kaisen definitely has potential to go here, here, or here, but I haven't finished it yet. This one, as I said, is only a manga and a movie, so I can't rate it too high. But yeah, guys, I actually like this list. I think I will leave it like this. By the way, why does it not show the numbers? Last time it showed, oh yeah, look here. Now it shows the numbers, even though that's not even that important, but yeah. So guys, this is my anime list. Feel free to tell me your favorite animes in the comments. I know I missed some. As I said, for example, One Piece is not on the list. I haven't watched it, but I bet I would like it. I have a lot of animes on my list, even newer ones. Oh my god, I can't even. If you want, I can open up I have an IMDb account, and I always make my own lists, and I have an anime watch list. Yo, sorry, another ambulance break, but at least I could search up my list in peace. So I will read you the animes I haven't watched yet, but I plan on watching. There are so many. Banana Fish, Black Clover, Steins Gate, My Hero Academy, Gintama, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Tokyo Ghoul, Parasite, Monster. Some of them I watched already. Avatar, The Last Airbender. Just because the rating is insane, it has 9.3 on IMDb. That's crazy. Then Devilman, Crybaby, Code Geass or Geese, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Hell's Paradise, Hedoro, Dororo, Hellsing Ultimate, Fate Zero, Shiguri Death Frenzy, Paranoia Agent, Psychopath, Goblin Slayer, Death Parade, Uzumaki, Solo Leveling, Vinland Saga, and Claymore. These are all on my list, which I still want to watch. So at least 20 more, but I have no clue when I will. Look, some of these 170 episodes, again 170, One Piece 1140, 54, Gintama 375. Oh my god, Bleach has 400. Oh my, I will never ever finish those. But yeah, let's not stretch this video out too much. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my list. Please don't hate on me if your favorite anime isn't on the list. As I said, these are just the ones I watched. I bet there are a lot of awesome animes out there. And please, if you have any recommendations, maybe based on my list, if there are any animes that come to your mind which you would say, yo boy, check them out, yo Moonrock, please tell me also. also in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, or I will put your name in my death note. No, just kidding, guys. I like you way too much to ever do this. So, peace out, like and subscribe, and bye bye.